Welcome to more Driveclub Specialtatin. For the first time, and I genuinely cannot remember how long. Say at least this decade, at the very least. And this particular race is Hot Hatches and also a Beetle at Black Hills, which is a genuine racetrack, different from a lot of the races in Drive Club. So this race is a little bit different, and it's a lot of bit different, and this is probably my most competitive race in all of Drive Club. So I figured it's definitely worth specialtating after all this time. As you can tell, it's already been competitive in terms of a little bit of shucking and jiving, and maybe even some sweeping. Maybe some sweeping, I'll put it like that. Relative to what it may be at the end of the race, maybe. But enough with the maybes. For now, I'd say I definitely have some competition. The Golf, generally speaking, is the fastest car on the straight. And the Mini is, generally speaking, the best car in the term. But I think that Beetle might be the best driver, given it's keeping up with both the Mini and the Golf. But as of now, they're keeping up with my rear. I'll put it like that. That was double ramming. I'm not sure I've ever been rammed in both quarter panels within the span of about 1 second, and now it's about 4 wide. So on to the second lap here. As of now, I think I just need to kind of go one by one and hope for the best. I don't need to have anything heroic there, because eventually someone's gonna mess up, and they did. Y'all saw that. That was weird. To me, it seemed like that car just slowed down, but that wasn't too weird. The first car just seemed to slow down out of nowhere, but that car just kind of marshaled or chrome horned or however you want to word it off the track, and that was also the car of a fellow Gran Turismo 6 Avatar. I'll admit, it was a little bit asshole, but my general philosophy with how I drove in Drive Club is I'm not going to be outright dirty. I'm not really going to give room either. So I ran the line that I was always going to run there, meaning the preferred line, like go from the apex of the turn to the outside of the track, and that car just happened to be in my way, so take that as you way. As you may see, even me trying to do a rhyme, I ended up paying for it there. But in time, well, we're about out of time with the racing. There's not a whole heck of a heap left, so if the Mini catches up, it's probably going to end up right up my ass again. But as of now, the Beetle's looking to do that. The Beetle, generally speaking, sucks, but now it's outrunning me. Yeah, there's draft in this game, and it's a little bit more overpowered than it is in real life, but that's a bit of an over-exaggeration. That Beetle really shouldn't be keeping all that up with me on the straight. I understand that the driver might be a little bit better, but on the straight, so maybe just maybe be the Golf. Granted, y'all saw the thing at the bottom of the screen of doing the miscellaneous challenges and stuff. How that works is it's car by car, it's not class by class, so someone's faster in the individual car through the sector. Again, that driver might just be a little bit faster than me, just all around. But now I have the overpowered draft, but I don't particularly have overpowered driving. We'll see how this goes, folks. I'm not really feeling all that good about it, but I think I am just still barely in the draft. So I would say by like the end of the next straight, I should be there. There's also a car there and thereabouts behind me. And well, now I'm already here. I talk about the good driving and stuff, but then the Beetle just outright locked up in that turn and I gained time. All that praise that I did, I ended up being able to make him sorta kinda crack under pressure. Maybe a driver could drive good through the first half of the race, but once it comes down to the nitty gritty, maybe not. As I say that, I missed the draft momentum there. I ended up hitting them. So that was bad driving by me, and still bad driving by me, but also that Beetle was a bit off there too. So now it's just bad driving all around. But there's only one more go around of this track, so at this point it just needs to be the best driving there is. It doesn't necessarily have to be perfect or whatever, it just has to be the best there is around. That Mini probably only going to catch up if us two mess each other up, and I'll race clean if the other driver race clean, but again, I'll keep with my philosophy of Drive Club, but as of now, I'm not exactly driving too well. So like I said, I'm gonna run my line without worrying about the consequences. But at this point, I need the time to draft better. I definitely don't need to ram here because, well, it's the last turn, and I'm gonna stay on the inside because I don't want the other driver to do any shenanigans. What that means, the other driver will have the run and the draft. So remember, sweeving is believing, folks. Sweeving is believing. I'm not making contacts. I'm not being outright dirty, but you can take that as you may, and I may say it's an amazing finish, which is most certainly worth. Yeah, my driving, maybe not, folks. Maybe not.